The cannon goes off for the first time this year, and what a story for Chisom Ifeanyi.
I'm Chisom Ifeanyi, and I'm a member of the Shippensburg University football team. I came to Shippensburg because it was a good family atmosphere. I like the coaches, Coach Burkett, Coach Mack, and I liked my overnight visit, meeting the team and see how everyone was close together, and I had a lot of fun on my overnight. So it made it a no-brainer to come to Shippensburg to play football, and I don't regret my decision coming here. When I was a redshirt, I actually came into Shippensburg at like 200 pounds, so I was pretty underweight to play D-line. But working with Coach K and eating right at Reisner made me get up to where I needed to be, around 240, where I'm at now. And redshirt was a good developmental year for me, getting better at D-line, getting faster, bigger, stronger, learning the playbook. So it was a good learning from the older guys. So it was a good experience for me, redshirting. So my first time playing 21, I got a sack in my first game, so I was pretty excited. And that was my first time playing football in 2 years, so I was nervous, not knowing what to expect. But I just had to play fast and just do my job and trying to make plays doing my job. So it was a good experience. In 21, we went 9-2 that season, so it was a very fun experience with the team. Lots of winning, lots of laughter, and just going out and playing ball every Saturday with my boys. So that was a good experience. So 22 season, I became the biggest I was. I felt ready for the season, physically and mentally. I was trying to have a good season. And then the second game of the season, my ankle broke when a lineman stepped on it while I was reaching out, going for the sack.
There's an injury on the Raiders,
and I dropped there, and it was the most intense pain I ever had. I didn't realize what it was. I just grabbed my left knee immediately, and then I looked at my ankle, and it was snapped into an L, and I couldn't believe what was happening. And then the running back was going for a touchdown, so it was the longest play of my life. And I finally had someone help, and they said, "Whoa, your ankle's broken." The doctor came over and popped it back in place, and then people in the stands was passing out. I'm sitting here, I'm like, what's going on? Everyone, I look at the sideline, everyone's face was gasped. I'm sitting there looking at my leg, I'm like, well, I'm not going to be able to walk again, because I thought the bone was out of place. I was the third person in the ambulance because they had to take other people to the hospital because they had a stroke and a heart attack. So I remember I was just sitting in the parking lot, just waiting for 20 minutes for another ambulance to come. Sitting there, my season's over, and I'm probably not going to walk for a long time ever again. That day, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how long it was going to take me for the walk again. I didn't even know if I was going to be able to walk again. I just wanted to come back and just play football because I was just, man, it was taken away from me. All the hard work I did was taken away from me in a game and a half. I only got 2 games to play. I did all the spring ball, the running, the lifting, the preparing. That was taken away from me in an instant. Got me so mad I just wanted to come back and play and just avenge my season. Well, I remember in the fall semester, the rest of the fall semester, I was just kind of down in my feelings because my season was over. I wasn't eating too well. My rehab, I wasn't attacking as well as I should have. I just wasn't in the right mindset. Miss Becky and Coach K helped me, mentally helped me get out of it, trying to motivate me because I was just down in my dumps, not being able to walk for the rest of the year. Couldn't walk until January. So I was in a boot since September to December of just me rolling around, not being able to do much. So I was down in my feelings. But yeah, I already had a good relationship with Miss Becky, but she really helped me a lot, helped me with my rehab, Ship PT. They also helped me a lot. And also all my teammates helped me, giving me rides. My parents were very helpful, bringing me food. And my little sister, she was helping me a lot while I was home. So I was very thankful for everybody who helped me during that process. Yeah, the daily tasks, I couldn't even shower. Get out of my bed by myself was hard those first couple of weeks. Just standing, putting my pants on. I had to sit down on the bed and doing it, which is a lot of things you just take for granted when it's all taken away from you. You realize not to take those things granted, even running, conditioning, even though that sucks, it's just I couldn't even do that, stand up. So now you just got to realize not to complain about the little things, just to appreciate it more. Well, I remember my second surgery in January, I caught an infection. So that delayed the whole process. Then after that, I was in a boot longer, so delayed it by 5 weeks. And they thought I caught another infection in March. So it was just slow building the process of my rehab. So they didn't think I was going to come back for camp or for the beginning of the season because they thought I would still not be clear athletically ready. But I had to keep having faith, just keep attacking my rehab. And the people who believed in me had to prove them right that they believed in me. So I started seeing the light of me coming back when I started being able to run at the end of the spring semester. So I had to stay up here and Ship, start doing my running with Miss Becky, Ship PT people, working with Coach K. They all helped me get clear by in July. So that's when the light bulbs figured out that I was going to be able to do camp and play the start of the season. What helped me get through that hard time was my family, my friends, just talking to them, praying to God to help me get through this. It was very hard on me mentally to help get through this, but I always knew it was going to be better days ahead. You just had to take it day by day. I knew I wasn't going to be down forever, that I was going to come up one day, so I just had to stay ready for that day to come up, and I was happily that I got through that situation and what got to be able to play through camp with my teammates. Yeah, I was happy to be able to play with my teammates again. It felt weird at first. I felt rusty. My ankle was a little sore, but I was just happy to play football with my teammates. That was a very good experience because I was able to do that since last September, almost a year to this date. So I was just happy to go out there and be able to play with them again. On that pick six, I remember line up. Coach Burke told us in scout in our film meeting that they run screen. So I see this play like a bunch of times where the tackle is like blocking you and he just slaps you on your back. So doorbells have to go off. And I looked in the backfield and the quarterback's ready to throw the ball. But he didn't throw it high like the usual quarterback would. He threw it pretty low. So I put my right hand up to deflect it, and then it came right back into me. And I called it. It took me a couple of seconds to realize that I had the ball in my hands. And I'm just jogging, and I'm just sitting there like the ball's in my hand, and I see the quarterback behind me. I'm like, there's nobody in front of me. So I just ran as fast as I could to the end zone, and I just had a pick six. I was like, in my mind, like, you can't get caught. You can't get caught. So I just wanted to sprint as fast as I could to the end zone. In the moment, I was tired. I wasn't thinking about anything. I was just super tired. I'm like, damn, a 50-yard sprint, full speed. I was like, yeah, I need to sit down. I need some water. I really put the chain on me. I told him to take the chain off. I was just hot on my helmet. I couldn't breathe. People were celebrating, getting on top of me. I needed to push them away because I was just tired. I wasn't even thinking about anything. I was just wanting to sit down. I mean, I was happy getting a pick six, obviously, making a play like that in my first game back. That was very exhilarating, and I was just happy about that. But I don't know, I was kind of mad that we lost too, so it was kind of bittersweet after all that going on. But I was very excited to get the pick six, obviously, because it was a big play, one of the biggest plays I made here, so I was very happy about that. Well, during the rehab process, I was always looking ahead, and that was messing me up mentally. So I'm starting to try to take things day by day usually. So I'm not trying to worry too much about the end of my Shippensburg Raider football career. I'm trying to focus more about the next day and the next week what I have to do. So I'm just going to let the story be written and how it's going to be written, and I'm going to see the results at the end and be happy with it.